Happy Sunday, everybody. Yes, I am here with you, and you are here with me, Kiara the Voice, and we are joined here on yet again another beautiful, fulfilling, sun-shining Sunday. Yes. Last night I participated in my first ayahuasca ceremony. For those of you who don't know what ayahuasca is a part of the family of psilocybins. They are plants that grow from the ground, that come from the earth, that produce reactions, psychoactive reactions, but really do a deep cleansing of what's inside, repairing your DNA and your RNA, really helping you release things that you didn't even know you were holding on to. And you know, I'm all about letting things go in order to grow, and there has been so much stuff on me, from trying to understand if this move was right, from feeling separated from my family but knowing that's the right thing at this time, from dealing with relationships that I've had and people not respecting my energy and my space, from holding down all of that anger and not talking about it and really covering it up with happiness, joy, life, love. And yeah, that is all great. But when you're just covering stuff on top of things, it's like, you know, when your mom told you to broom sweep the living room or something, and you just like swept it under the rug instead of actually like picking it up and throwing it in the trash. What would actually be removed from the space, you're just compacting and piling things on top of each other until there is no more room, and until you do have to explode and just release. And that is what ayahuasca allowed me to do yesterday. I just reached the surface with it. But when I finally was able to purge, it took everything literally right from my root chakra all the way up and out of me. I no longer had that pain. Things that have been weighing me down for weeks, months, years, days, previous lifetimes began to shift and change. And in that moment, I gave myself to myself. Because we always have to remember that life is what we make it on this journey, in this now. That the choice of where we decide to go and how we decide to activate and move throughout this game is solely up to us. Yet there is a voice, a soul purpose made in His image, God, that man being. We all hear that frequency, that vibration, the God consciousness that lives within us. However, we choose not to follow it because it doesn't fit within the plan or the grand scheme of what society allows us to do. It seems abnormal, yet when something comes from right deep in your core, it is the most normal thing to do. So you must begin to listen to self. It's not you speaking, it is God speaking to you, and that is what I learned. The ceremony was beautiful. I was so afraid of the purging part because I hate to throw up. I hate it. In real life, I hate hearing it, all of that, but it wasn't anything like I had imagined. It wasn't a sick, nauseous, it was a come in and come out. Let me relieve you of the things that have been blocking you from getting your fullest opportunities. And this was the perfect way for me to end my week, because so much shift, so much change, so much has been happening in my world, and I have been accepting full-heartedly, pedal to the metal, not being afraid or not allowing my fears to deter me in different directions that will then just elongate my journey to my higher path. That's what happens when we don't listen to that voice inside, and that's why our souls have to come back to this planet over and over and over again, because we have to learn to listen to ourselves. Before we habitated these bodies, we were consciousness forming. Consciousness forming, waiting to receive the vessel and to choose the vessel that would best fit us, to choose the situation that would enable us to then begin to listen to that voice deep inside of you, that God consciousness, that enlightenment, that love, that energy, that poise, that grace, that all-knowingness that lives in you. During my journey, one of the shamans came up to me, very sweet woman. I felt connected to her as soon as I walked in, almost on some grandmother connection, you know, but not in the sense that I needed her to take care of me, in the sense that I have been missing my grandmothers, especially in their later ages, and really knowing what my words and what my comfort and what my spirit and what my energy field does for them. And I was having a hard time really dropping in and allowing the ayahuasca to take me on this journey. And when I started to have a hard time, I began journaling. Just my most powerful affirmation, I am, repeatedly like I normally do. And I knew she could tell that I needed help. And I allowed her to come, and she held my hands. And as soon as she touched my hands, I felt where I was meant to be. I felt that there is a lot of sadness that I harbor onto, that I hold on to, that doesn't really belong to me. In that moment, I chose to let go, to quiet my mind, to stop my self-judgment of the voice that is coming from myself, and just allow it to take hold. Those tears, that release was everything that I needed in order to begin to realize that I walk within the spirit world every day. That the spirits are constantly with me, over my shoulder, on my back, beside me, guiding me, not allowing me to do things that will hurt me or block me from this lifetime's purpose. And that is truly to heal the world, and I will do whatever it takes to begin to trust me more. To know that I have all the answers. To know that I am everything that I need. To understand that I am filled with love, with compassion, with joy, with harmony, with peace, with purpose. To understand that each and every time I decide to reach out, there are 80,000 people reaching back out to me, waiting for me to follow them into the light that is mine. The light that is mine. So I want you this week to find time, like I always say, to find your inner stillness. Get your peace on. Breathe, focus on some breathing, and if you can, listen to some music with some resonance. Listen to something that makes your pulse move, that you can feel within your blood, that gives you goosebumps. Be amazing in your space today. Allow yourself to listen to yourself and not judge yourself for what you are being told. My intention for the rest of the week is to be present, to be attentive, and to not hold my tongue, to find my voice, to use my voice, and to protect my spirit. while enhancing the lives of those that I get to come encounter with. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, moon, stars, universe, the entire Milky Way galaxy to me and beyond. And until next time, be great, breathe in your purpose, and walk in that light.